Shalom. There is this wonderful rabbinical commentary found in the Talmud that says, whenever the Torah mentions God's greatness, God's power and majesty, the Hebrew Bible immediately mentions God's kindness and goodness. And the source for that comment is found in this week's Torah portion, Parshat Eikev. In Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 17, it says, "For the Lord your God is supreme, Hagadol, the great one, Hagibor, the mighty one, Vahanorah, and the awesome God, Asher lo yisafanim v'lo yikach shochad, who shows no favor and takes no bribe." And then right away it adds, Oseh mishpat yatom ve'almana, God upholds the cause of the fatherless and the widow. Ve'ohev ger latet lo lechem v'simla, befriends the stranger, providing him with food and clothing. The rabbis say, think about that. God is majestic. God's all-powerful. He's beyond us, beyond our understanding and our human influence, utterly disinterested in human gifts and bribery. And yet God is passionate and deeply concerned about those most vulnerable in society: the orphan, the widow, the stranger. Those who are the most powerless in a community have a champion in God. The Talmudic comment of the juxtaposition of the two verses is more than just the rabbis of old offering a literary observation. They're teaching us a critical lesson about God and the purpose of religious living. If you are a believer who yearns to cling to the Almighty, know that the God of creation is found not above, but walks hand in hand with those who need an advocate in society. God may be beyond our understanding, but if we want to feel the Lord, look not up into the heavens. Look down in the streets where those needing a champion are, because that's where God stands. And that's where God expects us to stand as well. For the very next line in the Torah is Ve'ahavtem et hager ki gerim eitem be'eretz Mitzrayim. Therefore you too shall love the stranger, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. We are instructed that if we want to emulate God, if we want to be close to the divine presence, we do so by being compassionate to those who are exploited and taken advantage of by society. As a believer, this rabbinic thought touches me, because more and more the God that I can relate to is not the God who created the universe, but the God that's merciful and shows kindness to those without power and who are friendless in our world. God is there for them and with them. This is the God I want to be close to. And I can be. We all can be, by reaching out, advocating for, and helping the most vulnerable in our communities. Shabbat Shalom.